Yeah. Speaking of consolidation, what's your thought on craft beer? Consolidating. We already saw Dogfish Head and Boston Brewing. Those are probably the two biggest ones that I can think of that joined forces, I guess you would say. You think that's something we're going to be seeing a lot of or more happening? These medium to large breweries kind of joining together to become one giant brewery type of thing, or is that just an anomaly?
No, it's the problem is that a lot of breweries, that you're specifically referring to, invested a lot and took on a lot of debt at the wrong time, right? So there are a lot of breweries out there that have notes that are being called by the bank, right? And they're investors. And so they need that cash flow. They need that money coming in. And so whatever way that they can figure out to find more efficiencies in their business model, and more specifically, just make a little bit more money, they're going to, right? Call a spade a spade. Boston Beer bought Dogfish Head. That's exactly what that deal was, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, no matter how they spin it, that's exactly.
Yeah. No, so it was an equity deal. It was a stock deal. Call it what you want, right? Sam Calagione made a bunch of money, and Boston Beer bought that brand. So the idea is, in that case, that makes a ton of sense, right? Because Boston Beer has a lot of cash because most of their revenue stream actually comes from not beer at this point, right? But they don't really have anything resembling strong beer brand, right? I mean, Sam Adams is floundering. They are hemorrhaging equity across the country, right? But what Dogfish has is they're kind of cash poor, but they have tons of equity in a growing brand and Sequench and a lot of their other IPAs. And so that is a marriage made in heaven, and that makes a ton of sense to me. The kind of collective that you're talking about too, I think that you're referencing, right? So like Victory Brewing Company and Southern Tier coming together. You've got Canarchy, which is like Oscar Blues and a bunch of and Perrin and a bunch of those other breweries coming together under one kind of legal umbrella, right?
Yeah.
It makes a ton of sense. I actually think I applaud that effort, because I think that when you look at the efficiencies that they can save by combining, administrative resources and combining, point of sale resources and all the other stuff that individual breweries had to do by themselves, I think it makes a ton of sense. Very much like beer distributors to a certain extent, right? There are efficiencies to be gained as things get bigger. And so I applaud those efforts. I think they're great. I don't think it ruins the beer in any way. And we'll see where it goes. I think a lot of brewers will just choose not to go that path, just simply based on some sort of level of stigma that they don't want to really address. But for the ones that have done it properly, they've been quite successful. I mean, Canarchy, ABV, and a lot of those brewing collectives are up this year, right? They're making more money than they ever have before. So
yeah.